What's up guys, my name is Chaotic and welcome back to another Grand Theft Auto 5 video here on my channel. Now welcome back to episode 3 of 10 tips, tricks and secrets you may not know about the gunrunning update in GTA Online. If you guys want to check out any of the previous episodes, you can of course find links to those in the video description. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get straight into this video. Okay then, so to start things off, I'm going to be sharing a very useful tip or trick which is definitely worth bearing in mind. That being when you enter your mobile operations center or your underground bunker, if you have a wanted level, you'll lose it instantly. It doesn't matter how many stars you have, how close the police are, just simply walk inside and upon doing so, you'll lose your wanted level. You can walk straight back outside and you'll no longer have it. Now I'm pretty sure this is something which Rockstar will eventually fix as it's not supposed to be in the game, but until then, definitely use this to your advantage. Now as I'm sure you guys know, doing research or stock production in your underground bunker can take quite some time, with research taking anywhere between 3 and 4 hours, and stock production anywhere between 5 and 6 hours. And I'm sure you guys don't want to sit around in the game waiting for this to take place. Unfortunately, you can't just turn GTA 5 off and allow it to do it itself. You have to actually be in the game for this to actually progress. But do not worry, there are numerous things you guys can do. And of course, one of those things being going AFK. So basically, what you want to do is have your character sit down at the desk, at the laptop, like my character is doing right now. And basically what you can then do is put down your mouse and keyboard or your controller and just leave GTA 5 on, and when you're sitting at this desk, you will not be kicked from the session or the game. For some reason, it thinks you're still active when you're sitting here, and it means you can stay here for as long as you want. So basically, if you want to go to bed or go out, maybe go and chill or whatever, you can just do this, sit here to allow the research or the stock to progress whilst you're not actually there. Now of course there are various different AFK things you guys can do in game, but make sure you're inside your bunker because when doing so, it actually speeds up the progress and the amount of time it takes to do this. Now as for this next one, I've seen several forum posts about this, and supposedly the more players from inside the lobby you have inside your underground bunker while stock production or research is taking place, the faster the progress bar goes up. I'm not really too sure why this is, or if it's an official thing or just a bug or glitch in game, but the more players you have from in the lobby in your underground bunker, the faster those things take place. Now I'm not saying it's going to be easy to get a full lobby of players in your underground bunker whilst doing these activities, but if you do, it will speed them up dramatically. Now with the release of the gunrunning update, Rockstar have increased the amount of explosives you can carry on your character. As I'm sure you guys know, prior to this, you could carry upwards of 25 sticky bombs, 25 grenades, and so on, but if you guys reach tier 3 at the gun range in your underground bunker, you'll now have the ability to carry an extra 5, so 30 in total. Now unfortunately I haven't unlocked tier 3 just yet, so I can't show you guys this, but simply what you want to do is make your way down to any gun range. It hasn't got to be yours, it can be a friend's or someone else in the lobby who's kind enough to let you use theirs, and basically what you want to do with any weapon is simply just achieve tier 3. So basically there is a target score, which for the assault rifle is 2000, achieve that and you'll reach tier 2. Then of course for tier 2 there will then be a higher target score, reach that, and once you reach tier 3 you'll then have the ability to purchase more sticky bombs or explosives and store them on your character. Now for the first time ever in GTA Online, it is now possible to get arrested. Of course in story mode it's pretty simple to get busted, but online it's never been possible. But since the release of the gunrunning update, there is now one way that you can get busted. It's one of those things though which is very temperamental, it doesn't always work, but here's just an example that one player experienced whilst operating one of the guns on the mobile operations center. So as you can see, he was just shooting some cops, he had a 5-star wanted level, but all of a sudden, he became busted. He got arrested and was sent to the local police station. I'm not really too sure why Rockstar's added this into the game all of a sudden, but it's definitely something they should roll out across more in GTA Online. And like I said, it is pretty infrequent, it doesn't happen every time. I'm not too sure what triggers it or what causes this, but by the looks of things, you do require a 5-star wanted level. When you're operating the mobile operations center's turret, you may get busted. Now moving on to a pretty useful feature which many of you guys may have not discovered yet, for the simple fact it involves the Halftrack, which many of you guys may have not really used all that much in GTA Online, for the simple fact it's not really all that useful. It's definitely a very cool vehicle and certainly very unique, but unfortunately is slow and not quite as good as some of the other vehicles in the Gunrunning update. Anyway, so in case you guys didn't know, this vehicle is equipped with a snorkel, which means it can go pretty deep in water before it's destroyed. There certainly aren't many vehicles in the game you can do this with, but you can submerge at least 95% of this vehicle in water. Just as long as the snorkel, which is on the left hand side at the same height as the roof, is above the water, you can go pretty deep. Now unfortunately in this gameplay I went too far into the water and destroyed it, but as you guys can see before it did, I was able to submerge a large percentage of this vehicle, and it also looked pretty good as well. So if you wanted to, with this vehicle, you could hide in water and you can't really see a large amount of this vehicle poking out. Now whilst we're talking about water, let's move on to the next tip, that being avoid it when you're using the Juggernaut suit. Now personally I wouldn't recommend buying the Juggernaut suit anyway, I've talked about this in a previous video. If you haven't bought it, then don't, it is a complete waste of $500,000, but if you have bought it and you choose to use it, make sure you don't go near any water, because if you do, you'll die almost instantly. You can go in very shallow water, in fact, you can put at least half of your body or so in the water before you die, but if you go any more than that, for some reason, you hit an instant death barrier without any warning. Again, I'm not really too sure why this is, but I guess whilst wearing this suit, your character would be way down and would drown anyway. It would be pretty difficult to swim whilst wearing this if this was real life. And I guess the way the Rockstar see this is if they allow you to walk across the seabed, it may result in all sorts of underwater glitches. So that's why, when hitting the water and going over a certain depth, it kills you instantly. Anyways, coming up to the final few tips and tricks then, the next one involving the SMG Mark II, of course a brand new variant of the SMG which you can now get with the Gunrunning update when you upgrade the SMG inside your mobile operations center. Now of course prior to this update you could only use the SMG on foot, but once you upgrade it to the Mark II version, you can now use that Mark II version on any motorcycle. And I would definitely recommend making the SMG Mark II a weapon of choice because it's very powerful. But do bear in mind, this only applies to the Mark II version once you've upgraded it. You cannot do this with the standard version of the SMG. And moving on to the final thing you guys may not know in the Gunrunning update, it's more of a glitch rather than anything, but you guys can actually get inside the concrete pads, the entrances to the underground bunkers, by using a very simple trick. I'm pretty sure this works with any of them, but I'm going to be using this one as an example in the Raton Canyon area. So what you want to do is simply just stand on the concrete pad, get your friend to get a fairly tall vehicle, something like the Insurgent works perfectly, have him run you over and then park on top of your body, and what will happen is your carriage will sink down and go inside the concrete pad below. And there we go, you're now inside this like secret location. As you guys can see, it doesn't actually put you inside the tunnel system or the full entrance to the underground bunker, unfortunately, just inside this concrete pad, but nevertheless a very cool location. You're completely hidden and invincible inside. So there we go then guys, with that being said, that's pretty much it then for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed these tips, tricks and secrets that you may not know about the Gunrunning update in GTA Online. If you guys have enjoyed this video, of course drop a like, it is greatly appreciated and it helps me out a lot. Let me know your thoughts and feelings about all of these as well by leaving a comment, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel then please do, because I upload all the latest and the greatest Grand Theft Auto 5 content. So as always guys, thank you for watching and I will see you guys next time.